So, here we go. Game 1 coming up very soon. Make sure to get your predictions in. And for those of you that have managed to join us throughout the entire day, we do salute you. Hopefully, we can give you the final series deserving of what has been a blockbuster day of 1v1 Rocket League action. A reminder that we are live again tomorrow and Sunday for the semifinals and finals respectively. But it's time to find out who is going to be the last player to get there. MaJicBear versus Kinseh. Game number 1 is underway, and we've got Kinseh starting off in possession.
So these guys are playing for the chance to play against First Killer. He's going to want it that little bit more. Who can outplay their opponent? MaJicBear coming into today completely fresh, whereas Kinseh has already played and lost to Mile earlier on. So will that loss have him downtrodden from the off? It doesn't seem to be, as he does start to take a lot of pressure against MaJicBear, but MaJicBear, as we speak about him, will secure the first goal.
That is a great shot to do it as well. Very confident shot, because let's put it like this. That was an angle that was not going to be easy to hit, and if he gets it wrong, that's going to bounce off the post. Be an easy counter-attack for Kinseh. So for MaJicBear, that is the start you want to see. And now he's got off the kickoff, can play the ball. Kinseh looks to recover. Takes the 100, but he has given up possession to MaJicBear. At least has he? No, MaJicBear ended up going back. Wins the challenge. Kinseh should be able to secure this. We're at 1 each.
Kinseh with a very, very strong 50 there, able to sort of leave MaJicBear the ball and then realise that MaJicBear also went for a boost, but just a little bit later, leaving the possession to Kinseh. Strong 50 into the centre, brings it even.
Johnny was talking earlier on that MaJicBear can sometimes have a very slow start. Might allow Kinseh to get away from what was a drubbing earlier on against Mile, and certainly starting to seem like it. His kickoff's looking good for Kinseh.
He's definitely going to get a lot more space, I think, compared to how Mile likes to play. MaJicBear, although he is a fast, aggressive player, he won't necessarily hang around longer than you would like him to. That's something that is very symptomatic of a Mile-style player.
This could be a little bit awkward. Kinseh, he just tried to show that he could get a touch. MaJicBear in a good spot here to start staying up. He's gone to the air. This is the first time we've really seen him try and break up the mechanics. He's going to recover. Hit the crossbar twice. Off the post and in. MaJicBear, what a recovery this is.
He got the 2 hits onto the crossbar, and then miraculously it lands on top of him and he back for that in. That is the Rocket League gods looking down on MaJicBear and gifting him a goal.
That is a big thumbs up from the Rocket League gods. They have given their approval to that play. Kinseh, though, expect him to keep it a lot more simple with his gameplay. Very much, and I think more than anyone else in this bracket, I feel like he is the one that represents fundamentals better than anyone else. He is just going to keep on grinding it out, wait until he sees that mistake, and trust me, he can spot all of them. Huge demo, he's going to turn, and that is a lead again for Kinseh.
Kinseh being able to be the aggressor here, staying in that final third, getting flicks over the top, and an immediate demo to secure that goal for him. And it's something that I think he's going to want to regain pressure during this series, where he might have felt like he lost it earlier in the day. If he can get something going against MaJicBear, a player that he has famously risen through the ranks with almost in this 1v1 scene, then that's definitely a statement for him and his future in the Rocket League community. But MaJicBear just delivering blows as soon as he gets any time.
That was a goal with authority. Just instantly knew where Kinseh was going to put it. And that is a prediction and a half from MaJicBear. Both players looking good here in game 1. It's going to be even more important when you do get those games where both players are looking pretty solid. Who can take it? MaJicBear fainting around. Kinseh's kind of committed to the corner. I don't think it can't come out as a major downfall today as we have in previous days. Kinseh blasts along. That's over to MaJicBear, who has, well, he's looked at it and asked, why have you done that, mate? And that is simply a pass.
Got a bit more beans on that than he anticipated. Just as absolutely had it into the ceiling. Gives it to MaJicBear.
You know what that is? The double touch earlier hit the crossbar twice. He was angry with it. He's got to let the crossbar know, no, you work on my rules.
Delivered it into the ceiling much harder than he wanted to. And MaJicBear off the kickoff. He had a lot of success for that over the last couple of days. Trying to get something else going from there as well. Trying to go towards the ceiling. Can he get one touch the flip reset? But Kinseh intercepting early as he likes. Now he is on the transition down the pitch.
MaJicBear still playing very aggressive. Much better results this time around, rather than allowing Kinseh to move towards him. How's the flick? Kinseh doesn't quite want to take the 100. He realizes that Magic could have made a good recovery, but he's not going to recover from that. Kinseh back up to 4 each. We have got half the game played, Stumpy, and nothing to separate them at all.
It's just back and forth, goal, goal, goal. It just keeps going. A lot of these games have seemed to be just delivering haymakers as often as you like and as much as you want them to come to each player, but you have to try and separate yourself off for kickoff. We saw Kinseh struggling with that earlier. MaJicBear has been very good for his kickoffs, but it seemed very level pegging thus far on that front.
Well, rare times Kinseh is actually taken to the air. Been very happy so far to grind it out on the floor. It's going to force MaJicBear back, and yeah, I have to agree with you, Stumpy. It feels like a lot of these games have been entering 2 phases. The first 3 minutes, oh my goodness, this is a tough spot. Kinseh kept it out first time, but it's just too much power. MaJicBear, and this is going to be dangerous for Kinseh, because MaJicBear likes to go onto the wall and do these plays, and he's finding success story after success story.
Yeah, forcing the ball into the net and also getting himself in the way. He almost paved the way for the ball to follow. Managed to get himself in the way of Kinseh trying to get the save as well. He does end up getting the 5th goal of the orange side during this first game. The decider to see who does go through, of course, and who goes out of the tournament entirely. And with a lovely recovery. Sent to the right, a place where he feels very comfortable going on the walls. Can't secure that back boost, and now he is low. Kinseh with all the pressure, all of the ability to go for a shot. Fakes it high and cannot get a wave dash. MaJicBear can work his way down into the blue half now.
It's going to be bouncing. This is where MaJicBear can work his own magic. Looks for the top corner, but he is used to pinball the way over to the other side of the field. MaJicBear taking to the air more and more as the time ticks away. He's used a lot of boost for this play. He's got to make it work out. Kinsey's recovered. He's going to steal the 100 boost. He now starts setting up whatever he wants to. MaJicBear, though, realizing that Kinsey's not exactly recovered it the quickest way. Sets up the flick, and Kinseh now had a few of these where he's still gone for flicks, and he's just not made contact.
I hate to keep going back to the series that he did have against Mile earlier, because I appreciate these are also going on YouTube. People might not watch those series, but...
The crossbar just had his own back. It's going to turn into MaJicBear versus Kinseh and MaJicBear versus crossbar.
But Kinseh had a few failed flicks in that earlier series as well. They were not being fortuitous for him, and maybe a few of these mid-range shots where he's got the player out of the way and can just outpace them with the ball. They're going to be the plays he needs to go for instead.
If you were to ask anyone to rate the goals, MaJicBear would definitely have the more flashy of them. That has not been important so far. He's won this kickoff. Don't know if he's going to want to follow it up, though. He is at least trying to threaten it. All tied up here. 25 seconds on the clock. MaJicBear catches the ball. This is looking dangerous, but Kinseh, what a stop. And he's got bumped on his way back. MaJicBear plays recovery, but I don't know where he's got here. And he's just handed it to Kinseh.
Having to look at MaJicBear's cam here to see actually what ended up happening. I went for the demo on Kinseh and then just completely missed, and Kinseh fully outreading it. That's 2 in a row now, meaning that Kinseh is on to win game 1.
Kinseh was just a goal back not too long ago. 14 seconds, that is the kickoff he wants to see as well. MaJicBear uses his last remaining boost to push it straight back over to him on the wall. Kinseh with a flick, straight to the other side. He is not going to go for net here. Play it as safe as he possibly can. That is game 1 done. Kinseh on the board.
Kinseh first win of the day, and an incredibly important win at that. They were trading blows throughout that entire match, but he does end up coming out the victor. Now, Shogun, I wonder if you think that Kinseh is trying to put on the pressure, or is having more area to put on the pressure against MaJicBear than he does against a standard opponent, because Magic will frequently put himself out of position, and it does sometimes work where he can get the bumps, can get the demos and those disruptive plays, but Kinseh has seemed to read them, so far.
Yeah, Kinseh is just, like I mentioned earlier on, unbelievably good at Fundamental Rocket League. If you asked me to name some of the goals he's scored in this game, I would legitimately struggle, because not many of the goals that we see Kinseh stand out, and that is not a slight at him at all. It's just The goals he scores is because he has worked for them about 3 touches back. Whilst for MaJicBear, it is the touch. You know when he has scored the goal. You know when he has outplayed his opponent. So it's very interesting to see the little game of chess that we have got developing here on the pitch. But for Kinseh, he has, more importantly, I think, taken game number 1, because we did still have that mile game from earlier on. He's got himself a win. He can put that out of his own mind. This is a brand new series. He's 1 up. Start looking towards taking all 3.
Yeah, now he's only got 2 more games to win, and he has the absolute pleasure of playing North America's best. First killer does await whoever wins this match over in the semi-finals in the top side of the bracket. MaJicBear still has 3 to win if he wants to get that coveted position.
Oh, and MaJicBear, he is going to never have a chance to recover from this. I think he tried to jump it again whilst he was on the wall. Yeah, he
got bumped just as he went. Yeah.
He tried to recover it partway through and ended up making the situation all that much more worse.
I feel even if he did a perfect recovery there, he was never making it back. He was just sent way too far.
That's the thing. Kinseh just stays so close to you and the ball that, you know, if you get ahead of him, he's almost okay with that, because he can then start taking those little hits at your car, take you out of position. You know, he is very calculated with what we expect to see from him. MaJicBear, he's now finally spotted his opening. And Kinseh will easily see that away. Goes for his follow-up challenge. MaJicBear keeps the pressure going. But he's on 0 boost, and he's not picked up that 100. He's still going for it. Kinseh, he's actually in a huge amount of trouble. And MaJicBear, through pure relentlessness, is going to get himself a goal.
He scored that goal via the medium of anger. Just how dare you take those 2 boosts from me? I'm going to score anyway, just to really screw you over. And in in-game chat, Kinseh just says in all caps, get off me. It's those little bumps that are infuriating. And MaJicBear does them to perfection and gets not quite a goal off kickoff.
I do love that last goal from MaJicBear. It seemed like that was his only option. Kinseh, it's almost got the save. Kinseh just about snuck it through. These two are very friendly with each other in this one. There was a lot of back and forth fun between them in the warm-up. But right now, it is all about that semi-final spot. Kinseh might be able to go up by 2. Oh, he's got low! That is disgusting, Kinseh!
I don't think they're going to be sending each other Christmas cards after this one. God, he even leaves the ground, gets it on his nose, and just lets it fall. Doesn't even give him the slow roll. Gets the boost, takes a leisurely stroll round his back third, and gets that 3rd goal. My God, man.
Oh, there's something about a fake that's nice. There's something about a fake where your opponent jumps over the ball. That is even better. Rocket League nutmegs. Although MaJicBear has got himself one back. Kinseh overextending himself.
I don't know what's more horrible in 1v1. Playing somebody that you really don't like, or playing a mate. Because if you're playing somebody you don't like, it's like, okay, I'm never going to have to speak to them casually. But if it's a mate, that's always going to hang over your head. I've always hated when we've had to do 1v1s amongst each other.
At least when you play someone you don't like, you don't have to talk to them that often. So it's not going to come back up again. If you lose to a mate, just going to, casually one night, oh, hey, do you remember that time I beat you? And you're going to hear a lot of it.
I mean, if I'm not sure if Kinseh does stream, but if he does, he needs to put one of these goals, one of these fakes against MaJicBear as his donation sound or as a donation gif or something.
Kinseh up onto the ceiling, looking much more comfortable. But he's not getting results for it. I feel like this is him being too comfortable in the way he is, offering MaJicBear a way back into this game. And, if it comes into a game of pure fundamentals, Kinsey's got it. If it comes to a game of flashy plays, then you start to think, well, MaJicBear might be the better of the two. But so far, Kinseh has been very happy to take him on in that style. And now it's an opening. Kinseh tries to sprint back. He will not make it.
Didn't look like there was much convincing power on that ball, but MaJicBear did manage to get enough despite the fact that Kinseh was boosting the entire time. MaJicBear in chat just saying, I saw you trying to demo me and you didn't get it.
3-all. Half the game to go. MaJicBear has made the comeback stick. Going to get himself another goal, and how aggressive does he want to be for this? Apparently not too much. Giving Kinseh a bit of space. It's not high enough this time. MaJicBear, well, he definitely didn't see this one coming. He will just about recover in time. Kinseh had a good hit, but he just didn't have the boost to make it count.
It was a really good timing from Kinseh as well. He didn't go straight away because MaJicBear was still on the floor, but he waited for MaJicBear to jump to then go for the shot on that, so he'd go even further, but it didn't end up working out. Now he's got a little bit of a pass back to the orange goal. MaJicBear will intercept, however, with a 50 to keep the pressure on that blue half. Gets the 100, but Kinseh, out of nowhere, gets the save.
And we are still so close, exactly as we were previously. Both of these two not giving each other an inch to play on the field. Kinseh is forced back with low boost. Flip reset from MaJicBear. That's where he's dangerous. That's where he's effective. And he is up by 1.
That is the perfect flip reset. Look at that. It just goes straight like a laser into that top right corner. Kinseh not having a hope in hell of reading it.
That is truly gorgeous. And MaJicBear on a streak of 3. Not just you, Goblin. You already know how I feel. Anyways, Kinseh, he's just going to walk this one in, although he's made it difficult. It might end up rolling up as well. He's forced to forced to back down. That is not the bounce he wanted. And Kinseh, it feels like it's mostly on him that he's in the situation that he's in. And that is a good way of responding. Right off the backboard, he's up to 4 each.
It doesn't secure the open net, but does make MaJicBear go up. Use a lot of his boost. Even if he did manage to get a touch to it, the back right corner boost was taken. Kinseh was on his way to get in the back right, so MaJicBear would have been left in net boost starved against the Kinseh with full boost. Really good plan B there for him. Something that I've criticised him for before, where he didn't seem to have any plan Bs.
Oh, Kinseh will try and recover. MaJicBear, though, already back first. Still, the aggression is always, and it feels like the aggression isn't even to score goals anymore. It's just to slightly disrupt the opponent. Constantly putting threats over to each other. Over to the backboard. Kinseh looks to break. He's going to pick up 100. MaJicBear goes to the far corner. It's going to give Kinseh a chance. He's popped it. What a save from MaJicBear. There's a couple of different plays that Kinseh could have been going for, but MaJicBear read it brilliantly.
Something that Kinseh is so scary to play against with, because he's got such a wide arsenal of things that he's able to go for. It means that whenever he goes up, you don't know what he's going to attempt. Will it be a fake? Will it be a 50? Will he end up going for a breezy flick, a musty flick? Anything could come out.
Oh, what a huge demo from MaJicBear. 10 seconds left on the clock. He's going to go for the final play here. He's got to try and catch him to the ball first. Kinseh's won the challenge. It's going to be a race to who gets the ball. It's going to be Kinseh! 5-4. And he might be taking game 2, and he's got himself 3 match points if he sees it out.
MaJicBear had the opportunity to just go for that and just hit it in the corner. He had the boost, he had the time, but he didn't. He didn't think Kinseh would challenge it that early because he went for the side boost, but now there's 3 seconds for him. Kinseh gives him the slow roll kickoff, but he does have no boost. Now MaJicBear gets bumped high. It hits the floor. Kinseh with his 2nd win of the series. MaJicBear staring a reverse sweep lest he be eliminated in the eyes.
And this has been the 2nd close game we have seen between the two of them. Felt like Kinseh got too comfortable in the middle. We started trading with MaJicBear in a playstyle that MaJicBear was better at, in my opinion. But once it started getting grounded again, it was those fake challenges, that constant threat that Kinseh offers, that just ended up being the difference maker. MaJicBear does not know when Kinseh is going for him, when he's not. And that is just... It means that MaJicBear can't set up properly. And that is so difficult when you play as mechanical as MaJicBear does. If you can't get time to set up, you can't go for the big plays.
Yeah, Kinseh reading them really well. And in game 3, he's going to want to continue that trend. MaJicBear, though, wanting to bucket it as early as he can. And he does so within 3 seconds.
Looking good off this. Remember, we have had a plethora of reverse sweeps so far this week. MaJicBear is definitely not out of it yet. And if there is any game mode that you are going to reverse sweep in, it is one where the mental game is as strong as a 1v1. If things going against you can hurt all that much more. Kinseh on the hood. Takes it down. Oh my goodness. What a first touch that is. MaJicBear's not out of it just yet. And then he's just wrong-eyed him the whole way through. My goodness.
What is that pop above MaJicBear? Who then just has to flail trying to get anything. If Kinseh puts it directly in the middle of the net, my God, MaJicBear was there for it. But Kinseh sends it right. That setup was sublime.
Is always in the setup for Kinseh. Here we go. It's time to show off those mechanics. Looking to try and take it under the top of the crossbar, but a save from MaJicBear. MaJicBear is very good at giving himself two chances to save things. He likes to jump early and then use the second flip to recover. Oh, Kinseh, mate. Kinseh, mate. Oh! Oh, it took too much time!
He got too cocky again!
Kinseh, MaJicBear isn't dead yet. You have got to keep that pressure on.
You've got a double tap. Did you never watch Zombieland? Come on, man.
Oh my goodness, MaJicBear has been given a lifeline. He might take advantage of it. Over into the corner. What a flick. Kinseh, mate. What have you got and done?
MaJicBear has got back in the nick of time to save a goal at his end and then has flung it over the top of Kinseh to get his second. MaJicBear now leading this as he needs to win this game, otherwise he is out of Salt Mine 2 NA, but Kinseh with the pre-flip. The nose of his car sends it goalward.
Look at how quick. I mean, this is how little the kickoff win needs to be for someone like Kinseh to get an immediate kickoff goal. It is ridiculous. You cannot give him those at all. And it's just such a small margin. Kinseh back up to 2 each. Only 1 minute played. I'm still thinking about the previous sequence that we had, Stumpy. Oh, dearie me. But, you know, Kinseh has had a few of those, and he made it stick last time. He managed to get the win. And he looks to do the exact same here in Game 3.
I mean, that might have been a wake-up call for him, where something that he wanted... Is that in? That's post. That's posted in. Yeah, something that he wanted to go for was saved away from him. Is that going to be another fire lit underneath him? Or will it just end up being a bit of a tilting moment where he knew he could have just finished it with a tap? MaJicBear, though, he has taken that momentum he gained from the save and run with it.
MaJicBear still can't quite take these kickoffs. Forced to play it to his own corner, but Kinseh will just keep the pressure going. Fakes out. Cannot get another one. As always, MaJicBear's recovery is so good. He is allowed to take multiple chances to save things because he just doesn't take himself fully out of the play until it's absolutely necessary. What a flick! Ends up being a little bit too much, but here's where we've got to keep checking out Kinseh's current boost amount. Picks up a couple of 12s. He's actually in a decent spot. Goes for the challenge. MaJicBear goes low, and he squeezes it in for a 2-goal lead.
I'm very happy MaJicBear managed to finish that because that 50 just went so perfectly for him. He can air dribble it into the top corner. A needlessly good finish, some would say. But MaJicBear is able to put it away. And now clear by 2 with 2 minutes gone. MaJicBear seeming to have woken up just that extra 2 or 3% to wrestle the game away from the otherwise dominant Kinseh.
MaJicBear might have another chance here. He's not done a great job of controlling the ball. Instead will be forced to play to the corner, and Kinseh wins the demo. Got a chance to set up. Needs to reverse the momentum right now. And again, it's those pop plays which have been so effective. It's gone from just being style now, and it is just pure class.
MaJicBear complaining that he ended up getting demoed there, but I mean, I think the goal would have happened anyway because Kinseh's pop again was so good. Those setups where he has just a second or two to really control where the ball goes are deadly. MaJicBear is going to need to shut him down quicker.
It's the wall. MaJicBear, that is a good stop. Kinseh threatened to take him out on the way through. MaJicBear keeping that pressure on, though. He really wants to re-establish the 2-goal lead. That one is not going to feel all that comfortable. Kinseh just trying to show that he might go for the far corner. This is all for Kinseh done. Like, I'm watching this from MaJicBear's POV. Kinseh is just a constant threat of doing different things, and it's up to MaJicBear to keep making the right decisions, and he is doing so.
Yeah, Kinseh is... He's dictating the game even when he doesn't have the ball, but MaJicBear is still able to take those small areas of opening and get a goal out of them. I mean, Kinseh's read of the game is next level compared to a lot of these players, but when you have somebody like MaJicBear who's able to squeeze something out of nothing, that's when your game starts to get challenged, and that's where MaJicBear is really starting to excel.
Oh, this is awkward for both players. It's more awkward for MaJicBear.
Oh, again.
Yeah, this is what happened earlier on. He keeps trying to spot where Kinseh is using his bull cam. Takes a couple of looks at him. He's over in the corner. He's all fine. And then the next time he looks, hi, Kinseh, you've scored on my net.
And it looks like MaJicBear's neighbours are also saying hi because he's getting a bit of noise disturbance apparently. He took his eye off the ball just for a second. And so that Kinseh needs to bring the game back within one with just under 90 seconds remaining. And MaJicBear has the opportunity to double tap it in. Can he get that angle? No, he can't. He got a tight one in the first game, but not in the fourth.
This is Kinseh's chance. This is where he's been scoring so much. MaJicBear's going to let him do it. There's the pop,
again.
And he doesn't get the follow. It was a poor landing this time from Kinseh.
You can't take those chances, though. You can, like, he waited on Kinseh to make the mistake. If you're getting to that point, GG.
Oh, he's going to just force Kinseh to come to him. This is dangerous, but it's also going to force Kinseh to take his chance. Kinseh keeps faking it. MaJicBear was never going to be brave enough to leave it for too long, but this second goal is massive for him. That could be what it takes to take us to game 4.
It's crazy how much personality some cars can have. When you just see MaJicBear just reversing, he looks so coy. And just like, hey, come get the ball. You really want it? And then he went for a flick in the demo. It was very emotive. Kinseh's bringing it back, though, within one again. You are not safe.
And it's not the first time he's done it. He's already made a couple of 2-goal comebacks to steal the game from under MaJicBear. And with 33 seconds left, suddenly MaJicBear is a lot more precarious. And the kickoffs have been going Kinseh's way as well. It's not the perfect one, but he should still be able to at least claim the ball. Doesn't take the 100 boost instead. He is just threatening that he could go for a pot, but with low boost, it was much less likely that he would try for it. And MaJicBear will just bide his time. Takes a shot off the backboard. Kinseh doesn't quite take the bait. Still in an awkward spot. And well, again, pure rage from MaJicBear wins the day.
Well, if Kinseh is going to have that fake as his sub-gif on his stream, MaJicBear has certainly just earned his by getting Kinseh to pretty much score an own goal for him. 2 clear now. MaJicBear wins the game that decides his tournament life. We go to game 4, wherein MaJicBear has to continue fighting, but I could be an idiot.
Wait a second. Kinseh just got a freebie. MaJicBear wanted to dive the corner. Would have been better off just playing it back.
What kickoff does Kinseh go for here, Shogun?
A big one.
Cool.
Kinseh has had very good scoring opportunities. Oh, he's gotten late, but MaJicBear spotted it, went over the ball, refuses to let it pop. And he has got game 3. We are off to game 4, and we are not done yet. MaJicBear is still alive.
NA continues fighting for yet another day. We've still got, like you said, we've still got game 4 coming up. An incredibly close game in the end. I mean, MaJicBear letting 1 goal go at the end of that, but he does end up winning. A lot of shots on both sides. In total, we see 21 go on both nets. And game 4, if it's anything like the previous ones, is going to be yet another banger.
I mean, we have not had a single game here where it feels like we've been able to call it before the 1 minute mark. Even that one, it felt like, okay, he's got a 2-goal lead. And it's a great series, you know, when we're looking at a 2-goal lead and just going, yeah, that looks solid. Because 3-goal leads have just been non-existent so far. These two are far too close for that.
The trading of blows has been irreparable on a lot of these games, but to start things off in number 4, MaJicBear gets the kickoff goal where he's been so strong.
Remember, MaJicBear does need 2 more. Both these players have already got a loss on their record, but if they take this, it will be all equal again in that semi-final. Kinseh looking to try and bring this back. He's feinting it. Ends up MaJicBear with a save, but look at MaJicBear's boost amount. Only 1, and apparently 1 is more than enough.
Normally 12 in a dream. MaJicBear had 1 and forced a nightmare. Gets it over the top of Kinseh and gets it in from the halfway mark. That's 2 clear now, but like you said, we've not yet seen 3-goal lead emerge in any of these games. Will this be the first?
MaJicBear on the trail at the moment. It's a perfect kickoff for him. Takes the shot and he's missed a couple of them. Gonna add another to that record, but should be safe for the time. No way. No way!
No! That is not allowed!
Well, if you want to progress to the Salt Mine 2 semi-finals, you gotta be special. MaJicBear comes out with a special play. And there is no doubt about who the one in form is right now.
Form does seem to be switching regularly as anything in these games, though. Kinseh wants to get his first goal, and MaJicBear catches it, and then he puts it into his own net. Don't boost both these players. MaJicBear gets 100, but also gets removed from the pitch for his troubles. Kinseh works his way down the pitch, gets a hard hit over the top. MaJicBear hits it gently above him, but can secure the double save.
And he's going to recover it for another goal. MaJicBear is on fire in this game. If you're Kinseh, what have you got to do? You've got to figure out something here. Just got to hope that MaJicBear starts to calm it down a little bit.
You wanted a 3-goal lead, mate. You got a 4.
This has honestly been a phenomenal Game 4 performance. How long can MaJicBear keep it up? He has only managed to get 1 minute off the clock for that 4-goal lead. Kinseh still in that corner. Don't know what his boost amount is at the moment. He's actually looking okay. He is going to get back just in time. Into the flick. It's not going to trouble MaJicBear too much. Putting the pressure on, though. Off the backboard. Goes for a double tap. It's not much power. And 0 boost means Kinseh might have to back down. Although he did catch MaJicBear going for boost. Oh. And Kinseh keeps the pressure up.
Utterly relentless from Kinseh. I think MaJicBear expecting him to take it to the mid boost and then try and reset his attack. And so he thought he had just a little bit of space. He had none. Kinseh stayed just by picking up pennies.
Is that going to be enough to start calming MaJicBear down? He is forced back again. Kinseh, a lot of work to do here, but loads of time to do it. Does no one be seeing that Game 5? MaJicBear, huge flick. Kinseh is already on his way back. And that is an interesting bounce, which Kinseh will take full advantage of.
That is 400 IQ, Shogun. What is that?
Oh, this series has just been phenomenal. It really has.
It wasn't the most mechanical play. It's not going to make a highlight reel. But I love how calculated that ended up being.
We can't hear people right now, but you could hear the exhale from MaJicBear on his camera as he just watched the bounce and watched Kinseh go for it. Oh my goodness. Monster flick from Kinseh. He looks to keep the pressure up. MaJicBear using the wall to hide himself. He's picked up the 100. Now Kinseh might have to retreat. MaJicBear has not scored in a while. He wants to start getting that form back up, and he's got the chance to do it here. Back to a 3-goal lead. And Kinseh just gets a little bit of a knockback.
Fire starts to get bigger in the direction of MaJicBear in this game again. The lead does get again extended to 3 goals, just over half of this game gone, but Kinseh with a positive kickoff for himself. Opts to go boost over ball, we've all been there. Gets the mid booster as well, and his own.
Nope.
Could
No,
have
he
probably...
decided that was too greedy.
Yeah, he maybe could have just like, you know, when like you got 100 and you see your opponent's boost, and you just press boost, and you're like, I've spent 3, but I still want yours. That's what he should have done. But it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
MaJicBear tried to bump Kinseh on the way out. That was very dangerous. Now Kinseh with the ball is also incredibly dangerous. MaJicBear stands low out on boost. There's a huge challenge for him. He will be able to recover himself. So yeah, will he go for the reset? He's got it. Can Kinseh defend? Yes. Not enough power from MaJicBear. Kinseh breaks. And now that lead should be down to 2. It is.
He started with a 4-goal lead. Despite the fact he scored another since, it's now been reduced to half of that. Kinseh on an absolute tear in game number 4. Remember, if Kinseh wins this, he is through to face first killer in our single elim semi-finals. MaJicBear will be going home. He's already there. It's quite a short trip, but you get the point.
Kinseh is definitely the one on the brighter path right now. That's sometimes the issue when you take such a big early lead, is that it suddenly turns not into a game that you should win, but a game that you could lose. Especially when your opponent is scoring in the way that Kinseh is. Plays it all the way back. MaJicBear still not committing. I would actually like to see him commit to some of these almost less intelligent plays in a way. Just sort of give Kinseh a reason to really worry about him, because right now, every time MaJicBear does it, Kinseh can look at it and just go, well, you're not going to, okay? You're just faking it.
MaJicBear really banking on the fact that he's able to consistently hit Kinseh. He's gone for a bump after his flick and then a bump on the way out again, and he secured neither. He should have really played the ball, I think, just a little bit more. He's stuck in a very awkward position. Kinseh tries to go for the wave dash to get some speed up, but will instead opt to go back into his corner boost. Gets the 100. MaJicBear is very low. Kinseh gets the bump on him, gets the corner boost as well. Can he get it in? The floor pinch! It's an even game.
MaJicBear has crumbled in game 4. Kinseh 1 goal away from that semi-finals, and MaJicBear is reeling. 45 seconds on the clock, Stumpy. And this is going to require something monumental on the mental side of MaJicBear if he wants to recover this, although he might have just got off the kickoff. What a save, but it's not enough. MaJicBear's got that lead back.
MaJicBear back in it again. He does not want to let this game slip through his fingers as it was before. He tightens his grip on Kinseh. Now it's back with 1 goal lead for MaJicBear. 38 seconds. Who wins kickoff?
Okay, it's going to be Kinseh, but it's not quite where he wants it. It's a very difficult position to play, especially when you don't win that 100 boost. MaJicBear is through. He's got the 2-goal lead back. Game 5 could be on the way, but we saw the previous game, Stumpy, and we saw just how shaky MaJicBear was in the last 30 seconds.
He needs to be stable here. He needs to get his head on his shoulders and not let the fact that he just let 4 goals slip get into his mind. It's the last 30 seconds will decide his tournament life. Kinseh with boost can send it far, but MaJicBear can't get a touch. It is slightly wide. MaJicBear sends it long. That will not quite be in, but MaJicBear is there for the follow. Gets himself 3-goal lead. That's it. Shogun, mate, is game 5. It's everything we wanted to finish today's Salt Mine.
Yeah, Kinseh is going to need to pull off a miracle on these next few kickoffs if he wants to avoid it. Get the feeling this is going to be the last hurrah. And, he tried to fake it. MaJicBear spots him. He's got himself another. And yeah, that is it. 100% secured now. What a series it has been. What a day it has been. 8 Rocket League 1v1 games. And each of them has delivered in their own way.
It's crazy to me as a primarily 3v3 viewer that we've gone from a game that was drawn at around 1 minute left to now there being nearly double the goals for one of the players.
It is a very intense game mode. And you have got to stay on your point for the entire way through. MaJicBear takes game 4. And it is all down to this. 5 minutes separating either player from a date with first killer in that semi-finals. It's not a date that many people would like to take. especially not against him. I'm talking more about his ability here from First Killer. But my goodness, both of them will be desperate for it.
I'm sure First Killer is a wonderful date. I reckon he pays and everything. It's going to be a really, really big game for both of these players. It's where essentially the last four don't matter. It comes down to mano a mano. Who is able to sink it when it really matters? Do we see another early runaway, or will it be trading blows like the early games in this series? Shogun, considering the last four we've just seen, who's your money on to take it?
Oh, well, typically Kinseh has been a very solid overall player when it comes to just consistency, but that consistency seems to be heading away from him here. MaJicBear, though, will be watching that first goal go against him. And I don't think we've started one of these games without a kickoff goal.
I don't think we have. Within 3 seconds, Kinseh does manage to get the first one. But we've seen also that they can be very inconsequential, where that first goal doesn't really lead to any more. Kinseh aiming to get another one off the kickoff here. Fakes going for some control instead of to go bottom right, and it was the correct decision.
Suddenly, MaJicBear looking down at this and starting to see that this game is running away from him very quick. So the difficulty about Game 5 is that it just feels that little bit different. Getting that first goal here is going to be just as important as getting your first goal in the series, and Kinseh's got 3 of them.
Against the kickoff king in MaJicBear as well. Look at that. It popped high, but well within the control of Kinseh. 3 goals, mate, in 12 seconds. MaJicBear he must be reeling after the effort he put in.
Oh, it's going to be another.
It's not 4. It's not 4.
Oh, what a side. Doesn't matter, unfortunately.
Oh my God, it's
This
4.
is heartbreaking for MaJicBear, but for Kinseh, he couldn't have dreamed a better start for himself.
It couldn't have been a more perfect start to this final goal, this final game. He just said, I just got the best kickoff in the game. I think he does. At this point, you'd be hard-pressed to disagree. And MaJicBear has got an uphill battle, one that he didn't expect to have going for him, coming into a very close final game. Gets a nice quick turn. He's now got the pressure. So it is rare in this final one, and he gets one back.
Oh, that was close. MaJicBear needed a goal off this. He's got to get himself on the board very quickly. He is now on it.
I love how these guys just chat to each other, by the way.
Yeah, they're just chilling.
It's a really tense game.
Right now, we have seen in the previous game, though, how difficult it can almost be to lead in these situations. Kinseh will be needing to keep himself on a very aggressive mindset, and, well, it seems like he doesn't need me to tell him that. He is very happy to go for that sort of monstrous flick.
Again, with these setups, he could have done almost anything in that position. And I think that's one of the few flicks that he's actually scored this series, because a lot of them have gone a little bit too high or straight at the keeper. That's one that is just perfectly placed, and MaJicBear unable to read it. Good bump there from Kinseh to get the pressure away from him. He does end up getting the far shot as well. Not on target. Possession falls to MaJicBear.
MaJicBear does see Kinseh. Fake challenge 1, fake challenge 2. Which time is Kinseh going to go? It's going to be for the save. He does start to break. He's going to get himself another goal on top of it. Kinseh is just rolling here in Game 5.
When it comes to dealing with the pressure better than your opponent, Kinseh seems to have taken that mantle and just been able to run with it. Being clear by 5 in just over a minute is a tremendous feat.
So far, MaJicBear has just not been able to get himself rolling. He is finally out of the kickoff vortex that started off this series, or this game. Oh, and that is a huge flick. He's keeping it within reason, and that is so important here. Take a look at this, though. That is huge.
Every time they score a nice flick, MaJicBear is just saying, is that you, Lion Blaze? And now he's happy that he is finally Lion Blaze.
Someone has to be. They both clearly have their idol. We're going to get the Lion Blaze toy at some point and argue over who gets to play him, but MaJicBear is now back to 3 and 3 goals. 3.5 minutes remaining. You suddenly look at that scoreline and say, actually, that's not so bad.
Yeah, neither player toying around when they do get an opportunity to score. Now just 3 goals separates these guys from home or first killer. Lion Blaze. Sorry, not Lion Blaze. I mean, their mentality now. Kinseh.
Wait, who are you giving it?
Kinseh on his own backboard can go for a Lion Blaze-esque shot, I'm sure these guys would call it. So maintains that pressure as MaJicBear tries to take a couple of pennies as he is low on boost. Has 40 to himself, so he can work with that. Gets a flick, but Kinseh can get the save. Just that continued pressure from MaJicBear has to be more continued than he's able to have it previously in this series, because Kinseh does not let him get any setups going, whereas MaJicBear is not happy to, but does end up giving Kinseh a lot of time on the ball.
Certainly has been. Kinseh will just deal with the pressure from MaJicBear, and this is where it can be dangerous. MaJicBear will leave a lot of just one-shot opportunities for Kinseh. He's also got to just keep spotting, because Kinseh is doing so many fakes when it comes to his challenges. And MaJicBear is reacting to an awful lot of them. And all Kinseh wants is just moving a little bit, wait for the flick to happen, and he's in a much better spot to save it. And now he's just got to deal with the pressure. Oh, what a bounce down. Kinseh just gets the insta-drop. That is now a 4-goal lead.
Could you want that to go any better? I don't think you could. I think that was maybe the most perfect hit he could have done at that moment.
I don't think it even hit the backboard at all on its way down. It just slid.
Finally taming the stadium crossbar, as it were, getting it down into a perfect position for him.
MaJicBear just can't get anything off these flicks just now. 4 goals down, 2 minutes left, and almost Kinseh was able to break. Still over in the corner. MaJicBear will look to try and see when he can start challenging. Almost got it on the catch. Asking a lot of himself mechanically, but when you're in the situation you're in, you've got to ask a lot. Kinseh up by 5. And it is his spot in the semi-finals.
Interesting decision to go for not the immediate shot. I did do a bit of a judgy exhale of like a, oh, come on, mate, why didn't you just shoot? But you know what? I think Kinseh might know a little bit more than me about 1v1s. He does end up getting the goal. Distant by 5, and that mountain has emerged yet again. The tectonic plates of this game separate MaJicBear from where he wants to be.
I think it's the sort of flick that is as well that just makes it all the much more interesting. Because when you see the regular one, at least you've got the back end of the card coming through to help you out. When you go for a back flick, you don't really have much. You've already pushed the ball very far away from yourself. Oh, MaJicBear. Well, that was a bit cheeky. And that is going to get him one step closer.
It's just these guys in chat just wanting for each other to score an incredible flick over and over again. Almost being annoyed that he's scored a fake against him. Like, come on, don't be cheap. Don't fake me out. At least hit it hard.
Oh, 1 minute and 10 on the clock. Kinseh, he just got the reset, but now MaJicBear will break. And with 1 minute left, we have got ourselves a real game.
3 goals. We said it was 5 about 20 seconds ago. Now MaJicBear brings it back within a very manageable distance. How's this final minute going to go? We've seen MaJicBear crumble when he was in the lead with a minute left. How about when he's got a death?
Another huge kickoff. Okay, we're in 2.
Here we go.
This is getting to real scary territory. MaJicBear has been trailing the entire game so far, and not even trailing a little bit, trailing by a lot. And this is his best chance at it, but that is a huge kickoff loss. Kinseh is going to take his time, goes for a flick, looks for the top corner, save from MaJicBear, but he's going to be nowhere to be seen. He's just back. He picked to the 100, and he's going to look to break.
Twitch chat and Shogun, please keep your arms and legs inside the ride, because this is an absolute roller coaster. He's missed the open net. 2 goals, MaJicBear, can he do it? The pressure is on from Kinseh, picks up that back boost, goes to the ceiling, just wasting the seconds that he's able to. MaJicBear gets away with this, so it's suddenly within 1. Another boost steal from Kinseh. Will be able to get the mid? No, he can't, but he can get the back. 20 seconds now, Shogun.
Kinseh gets the drop. Almost gonna manage to just sneak that one through. Kinseh to the other corner. And he's gonna waste as much time as he possibly can off this one. Looks for the Doomsday Dish. It's not in. But MaJicBear is in such an awful position. He tried to predict where the pinch was gonna go. And it is gonna be enough for Kinseh. He was forced to work for it at the end. But he is moving through to the semifinals.
God, my heart during that series.
There
My
we
God,
are. That's worth it.
That was an. How did he get control of this? That half flip to get in, saying that he wins in chat. I was going to give him a no lol, just so he knows that he doesn't win. Kinseh getting that final goal, that final game in this series does prevent the reverse sweep. That was an absolute delight to witness. Kinseh goes through to face first killer. MaJicBear will be going home.
What a series that was, and Kinseh, definitely made the sweat for it by the end, but he is moving through to the next round, and he has got himself first killer in the semifinals, and what a day it is going to be tomorrow. We've got Kinseh against first killer, and we have also, on the North American side, got Mile going up against Lion Blaze. They are going to be absolutely fantastic.